Good morning, YouTubeadors and YouTubians. Figured I'd throw in a Sunday coffee since I hadn't put any out in a few days. As you know, I've been a little busy this week, or last week. Just taking a rest day today, sitting around doing nothing. I got to rest my legs up, and I kind of hammered myself yesterday out there, and you know, it doesn't make it any easier going up and down the stairs, but it's got to get done. It's going well. I went up there for a little bit this morning, kind of messed around with getting things a little straighter. It's going to be all right. They said it was going to rain. I felt a little mist. That's about it. It hasn't done anything. Hopefully it won't, but we do need it. We could use the rain, but I've got all this lumber out there. I mean, there's just too much of it to put up somewhere. And cedar, I'm not worried about cedar getting wet. It dries out. It's fine. I got a lot of scraps. When I built the stairs, I'd rather, but you know, they can get wet a few times. They'll be fine. Yeah, you just don't want to leave them out there for months at a time. I did cut up that lumber I took off of Jeff's porch, and unfortunately, most of that just not good quality. However, I am going to build some, probably build some garden beds out of it. Some raised garden beds. It's perfect for that. I've got the lot of tin laying around, so I'll just make tin sides and put those wood slats, make some garden beds out of them. Got to get some more soil for next year. I'm going to have a better garden. I want to grow sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, a lot of things I haven't grown before. I still don't really want to try corn. Corn's cheap enough anyway, you know. It just takes up a lot of room. But yeah, I'm not too big on growing corn, but I just want to grow maybe some tomatillos so I can make some. I guess you make salsa or whatever out of them. I want to grow a bunch of them. Tomatoes have done real well the last few years, so we'll see what else we can get. I don't need any more hot peppers or banana peppers. I'm probably not going to plant none of them. I've got a whole freezer full of jalapenos and hot peppers. So probably focus on other things. I mean, if I just had nothing but tomatoes, I'd be happy. I love tomatoes. You can do so much with them. But I do need to get into canning if I really want to keep stuff, you know. And just didn't find the time this year to get into it. And you know, I don't know if the jars were in short supply. I heard the lids were. I got Big Earl up there. I can do hot bath, pressure cooking, or not pressure cooking, but whatever. So I don't know anything about it. I have to learn. All I know is for what I see on other channels doing it. Really don't have space to store much, so but I can fix. That's something you can always add later, storage. I've got room to expand. So right now I'm just going to focus on getting this loft done. Like I don't know if I'm gonna. I've got another queen size bed. Got it stored in the laundry room, standing up against the wall. And Drew's gonna help me once I get everything done up there. I'm gonna paint that floor the same color as the walls. It'll look different on the floor. And then I'm gonna get a couple of big area rugs and put out. And that's all that's gonna need up there for now. Until I get the rest of the. Whenever I have somebody come in to do the flooring, I'll have it all done at once. So that's all I'm going to do, and that'd be fine. Put that bed up there, and in this corner by the rail, I'll probably put a chair and maybe a TV up there, a little table. And there's plenty of room for that. So I look to get finished on this project by the middle of the week or so, and then I've got to do the closet under the stairs. I've got that little storage area under the stairs to do something with, and that's going to be a pretty big closet. In fact, all the clothes that I had in the fifth wheel, they're in that closet right now, laying on the floor. I have to go through those. Some of them are old winter jackets and sleeping bags and things like that. They need washed, and we'll get all that done. I did level the washing machine this morning and ran it, and it worked fine. There's just no room in there to get down there and do anything. I've got so much junk piled in that laundry room. That's probably the only room I haven't showed. I mean, it doesn't even have a ceiling in there. We ripped that out. Me and my brother, actually he ripped it out, and so we could do all the plumbing and the electrical, and because the power box is in there, the service panel's in there now, so had to have the ceiling off. And I am not looking forward to putting a new one up. Working above my head is not fun, but it isn't too big in there. I think 2 4x8 sheets of plywood, maybe half of another one ought to do it. So there are a lot of projects coming up. I will not run out of content, I promise you. If you guys like the build kind of things, I've got a lot of them coming up. And you know, once the loft's done, I want to get out and build something out there, some stairs out back, maybe a balcony out there, just a small one that when I build on later, it can blend in, work with whatever I put there. We'll see. But things are going good, and I'll try to get the reason I hadn't been putting up morning coffees the last few days is I've had this camera here. Some days it'll charge, some days it won't, and I didn't want to use up any battery time. I do got this Sony, and I could not find the charger for the battery, and I just now found it. So if anything, I'll film the morning coffee with this Sony, and this thing never gives me a problem. It does pretty good, but we'll try to get them, you know, at least Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week. I'm going to be busy doing this. As soon as it's, you know, as soon as it's daylight, I'm outside. As soon as the morning dew or whatever. And I'm telling you right now, I'm almost ready. I've got the air conditioner cord zip tied up, wadded or folded up and zip tied. I'm about ready to bust that thing out and plug it in and turn that AC on, because it is hot in this house. It is warm, and I ain't complaining. It's December, but we know it ain't gonna last forever. But one good thing is, you know, we really only have January and February to deal with, and maybe a little bit of March, because it just doesn't get that cold here. But February is always the worst month, and you don't know what it could do. I don't think I've ever had a good February living here. It just gets cold. That's when you get your ice storms, your snowstorms. We don't usually get snow until about February. Now one year, this is probably about 7 years ago, we had snow December 4th. Had a big ice storm too. And that's what is today. It's the 5th. So I think that was in 2014. So we're going to get this posted, and I'll do one probably in the first thing in the morning, get that going. And y'all watch for the end of the build. If you don't hear from me for a few days, call 911. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very careful going up and down the stairs. They're easy to go up and down. It's just, you know, now with that rail on the side, I can, after about 4 steps, I can grab onto that. But I am going to put a railing all the way down on both. I don't know about both sides, but at least one side. So, but I'll be fine. All right, guys. Happy trails.